So yeah, those who kind of just, I guess, tuning into the VOD, hi, hello, just, you know, Genshin, I guess. What did I do off stream? I played one of those, one more of those little tower defense things, I guess.
Oh, the Theater Mechanicus.
I don't know whether I'm coming or going anymore.
Oh,
What's the
god
matter?
damn it.
I'm just pushing more of Otto's liminal spaces thing.
We can't escape it, even in the quest! Fuck!
No worries, I'm just trying to sort out everything that needs to be taken care of for the Lantern Rite. It's just that the more I think about it, the more issues come out. Even though my colleagues took parts of the workload upon themselves, it's my turn this year to coordinate the Xiao Lantern delivery. If I don't buck up and prepare everything, I won't make it in time. Xiao Lantern delivery?
That sucks.
Right. When I said Xiao Lantern delivery, I meant more than just sending out the lanterns themselves. Simply put, it's more about playing the role of the Lantern Rite Ambassador, passing on well wishes and creating the festive atmosphere. Even with most people being off for work for the festival, including someone's... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by someone's... Even with most people being off work for the festival, including some store owners and their staff, there's still essential workers who just can't take a break. For example, those in charge of keeping order during the celebration, like the Millilith. The Ministry of Civil Affairs usually send gifts to acknowledge their hard work around the Lantern Rite season. I was about to visit the Millilith responsible for keeping our city safe to give them Xiao Lanterns as a token of gratitude. Reboots. However...
Well, you too.
However, we're a little bit short-staffed and haven't managed to send out gifts to all the soldiers on our list yet. Could you do me a favor and deliver these gifts? Oh, I mean, how could I not? Really? That's amazing. Thank you so much. So, who are the lucky recipients?
Me!
Let me see. The wishes of the Millith haven't been checked off. Jiangming, Zhongyi, Kaile. I'll mark the stations for you. We can't thank you enough. Huh. City of Chores. Wow. What a name. So what happens if I try to read this? Something bad's gonna happen, right?
Tainted blood, come get some.
Here it is. Lantern Rite gifts from Wang Ya. Best pass them on to Millith as soon as possible. Okay? Oh, also, like, so Speedy, I saw you say that thing a while ago, and my brain didn't properly internalize it. That's kind of neat that you're a twin. Well, I mean, from an outsider's perspective, kind of neat.
If one of you goes into space, you'll be slightly older despite you being born at the exact same time.
Actually, that technically is true, even if one of you goes in the airplane, the other does not.
Oh yeah, because gravity is not like it is a gradient.
Time dilation's fun. Did you know every time you fly high enough, you are actually time traveling?
I mean, so technically...
wait for the next spot. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Xiangming.
Do you need anything? I am on duty. Lantern Rite delivery gift! Or gift delivery. Quiet down a bit, I'm working over here. What do you mean, gift delivery? Oh, it's from the Ministry of Civil Affairs? I see. Another year, another Lantern Rite. And I wanted to head home earlier this year too. But given the current situation, I can't relax just yet. Guess I'll be heading home a few hours late again. Thank you for coming all this way. I'll take this. Thanks. When's that fella gonna leave? Fellow. Huh. I think something else is going on here.
Oh, he's not there. Wait, the fella left. There's a guy. There's like literally a guy standing right in front of that guard.
I see.
Trying to get in.
What's wrong with the well? Lantern Rite gift delivery! This must be from the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Thank you, I'll take it. Still, I need to remain on duty for a while more to ensure no more residents come to draw the water from the well. You're still dealing with this, dude? How long has it been since you've been dealing with this? Huh. Who knows what's wrong with it, but either way, it can't be drunk for now. Like, is this because I haven't taken care of business or something? I almost feel like that was something that popped. No, that's something he just told me long ago.
Like to make people smile.
Okay, you can continue, Otto.
I had to continue something?
Oh, yeah, technically, did you know that anytime you are flying a relative distance away from the Earth, you are actually time traveling by minuscule amounts of time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the fun thing, is that gravity is like a binary operator. It's a gradient.
Also, theory of relative, that is actually more related to the theory of relativity, actually. Because of the funky fact that the speed of light is the absolute maximum.
Got lateral all of a sudden.
That we know of, but for what we know of in physics right now, the closer you get to the speed of light, the more space itself stretches. Which means inversely, the faster you go, also space is stretching.
I thought the speed of light is the fastest we've been able to, that we know that because going faster than it is a power that we can't reach.
It's not actually no.
That put a pin.
Oh, you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't finished writing my wish. Be a good girl, little John. That nice uncle from Lilith went to fetch it for you. So have you seen Kyle? Are you looking for that nice Lilith? Wait, hold on. Who's the one that's talking? Is it this? Okay, she's the one that's talking. No. Wait, what? Yeah, no. Okay, so it's the boy that's talking right now. Little Xian was writing her wish on the Xian lantern. When she suddenly lost her grip on it, and the lantern flew away that way. That Lilith told us he'd seen it hanging on a tree. Went over to get it for us. Could you make another one? I told her we could make another one, but she... no. No, we can't. My brother worked so hard to make that lantern. Oh, John, that nice uncle will bring it back to us in no time. My apologies. If you really need to talk to that Lilith, you can find him over there. Alright, you can continue now.
It is not that we haven't discovered anything faster than the speed of light. It is that under the current physics model, that is the maximum. That being said, there is some information involving quantum entanglement and spin that might show evidence to the contrary, but we do not have the model to explain that yet.
So, yeah, the long and short of why the speed of light is like the maximum is because, theoretically, it is the most amount of energy that can be made, if that makes any sense. Like, a photon travels at the speed of light, period, because it's a packet of energy. And...
Alright, hold on a moment.
We interrupt this physics demonstration to give you more story.
And I'll try to respond to you guys in a moment. For Alkarn's sake, how did I get here? I should be trying something different. What are you doing? Traveler? It's nothing. I'm just wondering how to climb that tree and retrieve that Xiao lantern. It's so hard to fight gravity in full armor. Sorry, I'm laughing because gravity.
This is the second time that's happened. Something's cool.
I just slip back down each time. Would you mind lending me a hand? Recovering that Xiao lantern shouldn't be too difficult for you. Sure thing. Would it be nice to, hey, by the way, would it be nice to be kind of, you know, said my name instead of Traveler, but... Great, many thanks. Let's get it done as quickly as possible. The little girl can finally cheer up. Okay, let me just climb this. Oh wow, it actually did get stuck here. Did you get the Xiao Lantern? Sure did. Let me have a look. Yep, that's the one. You made those kids stay. I'll give it back to them. Oh, they're still waiting when I left them. So, about the gift. Oh, yeah, about the gift that I've got, though. Ah, this must be from the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Alright. Gratefully received. Thanks for the trouble. Was it your duty as a... So, was this also a duty as a member of Milleth? You mean retrieving the lost Xiao Lanterns? Of course. It doesn't matter if it's finding lanterns, chasing after the evildoers, or defeating monsters. Milleth's duty is to help those in need. Thank you once again. I need to hurry up and give it back to those kids. And then I still have other tasks to complete. So Hazim said Kylie name meaning stepped on.
Oh.
What?
Unfortunate.
Wait, the guards? Or...
The guard's name. Kylie.
Oh.
Or Kylie, whichever. I think it's Kylie.
It's not even the weirdest name, though. Like, if
So,
you ever think you have a bad name, take it to heart that one Quaker family named one of their kids Fornication.
what?
Like, just the word.
Ah.
Quaker names are interesting.
Okay.
There was one kid that was named Continent, right? And it's because his last name was Walker. And it was because his family wanted him to travel, so he was Continent Walker.
That's a really cool naming convention, actually. I like that.
Yeah, it makes me think of like tribe names. Right?
Yeah.
Tribe like name.
One of the concepts.
That's what they're going for.
One of the concepts in some Quaker traditions was that you name your child about the future that you wanted for them. Which makes it all the more interesting when you see kids with the names like Dies Well.
How about names like Tequila, Hennessy? Or, yeah, I had some classmates, high school classmates, who had a name Tequila or Hennessy.
I mean, those are probably just vapid parents. I mean,
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's but don't think about your kid. Think about your kid in the future.
Yeah.
Think about them in like 40 years where they have to justify to their boss why their name is Shoopy Bootylicious or something.
It was first name, Hazim. First name.
Parents' fault.
Not family name. It was a first name. So anyways, let me talk to you.
I had a moment where I was thinking
hold on to that.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
good. You're back. How did the gift delivery go? Everyone's got their present. You're a real lifesaver. I wouldn't have made it without you. Do they have to stay on duty throughout the whole festival? Well, the Ministry of Civil Affairs will schedule alternating shifts for them, but leeway is too large. Too many stations and places that need patrolling. We simply don't have enough recruits. Even though they take turns, some of them will get the shorter end of the stick and work during the Lantern Rite. Besides, considering how grand the Lantern Rite celebrations are each year, some parts of the city require additional resources. No matter how we distribute our people, there's never enough manpower. It sounds kind of difficult. Well, that's our job. We'll do what we can to ensure that everyone has a nice Lantern Rite. Which reminds me of some other people who might need help around the festival time. It'd be nice if we could lend them a hand. The more people we encourage to participate in the Lantern Rite, the more festive its atmosphere will get. We send Xiao Lanterns because we like for everyone to be able to release one and make their own wishes. On a broader scale, we'd like the Lantern Rite to spread far and wide. It'd be great if everyone could experience its atmosphere. Lantern Rite is meant for everyone, after all. Alright, duty calls. I hope you have a good time at Lantern Rite. Oh no. We're starting right in front. Oh, what? What?
The time is now, Kirby.
She just teleported over there.
It's time to
Oh my god, Hazim.
Anyways,
Hold on, I need to interrupt here. Hazim said, I'm going to name my kid twitch.tv/ insert name.
I was going to make a similar joke of the Asian version of that would be, I'm going to name my child Brain Surgeon Lee. A+J. I can make that joke. I am Asian. I suffer. Hazim knows I tell the truth.
Yeah, that's it's very much a it's a joke, but there's a feels bad man energy afterwards.
It's the thing that makes a good joke about a culture is that there's no malice behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's when something is done because you love the place rather than because you don't like it and you want to.
Or as a cry for help from within.
Yeah. So, yeah. You know that Vietnam guy who was like a prisoner of war and he like blinked out torture when he was allowed to like communicate to the outside world, and that was how they realized what was happening? That's what some of them are.
Yep. Help us.
Do I care for any of this stuff? I don't think I really do care for any of it. Yeah, I got plenty of supplies.
Welcome to Second Life. Satisfaction.
Another name, you a disgrace? Woof.
What do you mean you want to go to art school?
Oh, that.
What you do then?
I had the idea of just something with artists and just like, it's just like, no, I don't want to do that, Freddy.
I mean, technically Asian people.
I'm going to have to cut you off there.
Oh shit.
Hello again, Wangya. How's the Mingxiao Lantern construction coming along?
Good to see you two. The Mingxiao Lantern is coming along smoothly, thank you. We're almost done collecting the required plastrite. The project should be completed in a few days. You'll have to come by when it's done.
It feels so weird to just come across someone who's just normal and yet voiced well. Like it's like this feels like such a notable voice. Like she does such a great job, but like she's just a normal person. Compared to all the other like personalities and whatnot, she's just.
Plastrite is the main component of any Mingxiao lantern. Most of the donations we get from the city folk are either Mora or plastrite. A lot of them carve their heart's desires onto the plastrite they donate, as a prayer for good fortune and other blessings.
Paimon wants some good fortune too. Let's find some plastrite and make a wish.
Since you seem so eager to donate, how about you keep your eyes open for less common varieties of plastrite? Those are the ones we lack the most at the moment. One is called azurite. It is occasionally found in the northern part of Mount Tianheng. When azurite gets caught in the roots of ordinary vegetation, it sometimes produces bloaty floaties, which have floating seeds.
Bloaty floaties.
Ah, yes. I love the juxtaposition of beautiful names like Mount Chang'an and azurite with floaty.
This is what happens when you've got the raw, like lingual translation, like
actually,
the verbal,
yeah,
and versus the actual thing.
This,
to be fair, yeah.
This is kind of accurate because like I don't know how much they do in China, but I know like at least in some other Asian cultures that like sometimes they have a proper name for something and sometimes it's just an onomatopoeia. Like, hey, can you get me that sparkle over here? Thank you.
Yeah. Or German has one of my favorite ones where skunk is literally just stinky animal.
I mean, that sometimes we just have to remember that like words sometimes are just, I mean, not just sometimes, they are literally just the names of things.
They're lies.
They're just better sounding words in a different language.
I hate to plug, but Jacob Geller did an interesting video on translation.
Mm-hmm.
And like among other things, he posited that not only are translations from other languages, but you also have to translate experiences and stuff. Anyway, continue with the cutscene. I'll explain it when it's done.
The other one is called Vermilionite, which is extremely dangerous as far as most people are concerned. In Guili Plains, old ruin hunters who have lost the power of flight use Vermilionite to keep themselves airborne.
Vermilionite. Huh. So what makes them so special?
Well, they're just more stylish, I suppose. Actually, they're just blue and red varieties of plastrite. Gemstone merchants only gave them fancy names to try and impress their customers.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, low purity diamonds were marketed as chocolate diamonds.
The difference in their features compared to regular plastrite might be minuscule, but the difference in price is astonishing. No, never mind that. Just bring some azurite and vermilionite back to me. I'm counting on you.
Now,
I don't know, because she is so well voiced. Because she's so normal? In any case, as you wanted to say, Otto?
Oh, yeah, Jacob Geller is a very interesting person. He, I think, has a degree in literary analysis, I'm not sure. And he uses it to kind of look at video games and the concepts that are relevant to them. And he had a video entitled Forests and Translation, if I remember the name of it correctly. And in it, he posited that not only is there the concept of translation in a literal sense, where since this game was originally written in simplified Chinese, you had to translate it to English.
Transliteration.
And you had to make sure that, like, some things in it made sense still. Like, for example, he posited Pokemon writers have a really bad job because they have to take things that are, like, names that are, like, just puns in Japanese, and they have to figure out how to make it both coherent and, like, a very small creature name. But even before that, you have translations such as how does one translate the concept of a forest, right? Because if Genshin Impact was a horror game, right? You wouldn't have these super fancy open places. You would have, you know, imposing mountains and like dead places. We're actually kind of in one of the spookier places in Genshin Impact, so this might not be the best simile.
Little slight haunting music.
Yeah. But it is a thing. Like, how does the experience of going through a forest get translated from a real experience to something in a video game? And everything from the art direction to just how the character controls is a critical part of that. So, like, for example, Firewatch, while being a game that is... See you later, Journey. A game that is...
Oh, man.
A very good translation of the experience of being in a forest. It is also, by extension, a translation of, for lack of a better term, American colonialism.
Firewatch is the first-person thing where you're kind of like... Yeah, okay, gotcha. Continue.
But
I have some things to say about that too, but...
Oh yeah, that's fine. The reason it's like that, though, is because the art style is reminiscent of the national park posters that America made.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay.
And that in itself was a translation of New World art that was made by Europeans to attempt to romanticize this new place where you could go and colonize. So it is a translation of colonialism.
I also know part of the thing as well with translating different languages is there's always going to be something lost because of the way languages affect the way that people think. Like, you know the movie Arrival, how there was that the whole thing was about if you understood the alien language, you thought of time very differently.
Oh yeah.
And you could see the past and the future and whatnot, but the present was always the part that you remember the most.
Yeah.
It's not that extreme, but there's absolutely an element of different languages think differently, and so certain ideas are just not going to come across the same way, even if you translate the exact meaning.
Yeah.
And so you have to figure out how to get that element across as well.
And an interesting fictional example of that is Watership Down, which is about rabbits, and because rabbits didn't have fingers, their language had the following numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, infinity.
Infinity.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Yes. Any number that was larger than 4 was considered to be arbitrarily large. And so as a result of that, very little in their society goes beyond 4 of something.
I know another example is that
Shadows of Fate!
The Aboriginal language for the people of Australia, they don't have, the words they have for directions are very explicitly like west of X or east, north, south. There's no like that way, or that way. Everything is explained directionally based on the coordinates of the Earth. So not only will every Aboriginal person, by the nature of the language being structured a certain way, always know which direction is north, south, east, and west, the concept of getting lost to them is very different because of that, as a result, than it would be for languages that have more ambiguous directions.
Instead of just not knowing where you are, it's almost like being in a pocket outside of reality.
Kinda.
Fair enough.
That's way over there.
I don't know why I structured that like an imperative. I didn't actually.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah. I was gonna I was aiming to contribute to the that topic there, but like you guys you guys were kind of touching the translation on more of a like abstract kind of thing.
Let's hear what you had to say about the Firewatch aspect.
Oh, I was. The problem here is that I actually had multiple things to say. I had one thing to say about Firewatch and a thing to say about the translation and such.
I would like to hear what you have to say.
Well, I mean,
I would too.
Well, actually, you know what? I think I can give it to the translation thing a lot faster afterwards. So I'll start with the Firewatch thing. Firewatch. This is a bit of a digression, I guess, technically, but that game, I feel, is a thing that speaks to different people depending on where they are in their life. When I played the game, I was like, huh, I guess that this was a thing, I guess. Some other people that play the game, they felt very, like, connected. Like, it spoke to them. And, that it kind of made me go, like, well, they have more typical jobs. I do not have a typical job kind of thing. Like, wasn't married, wasn't, et cetera, all this sort of stuff at that time in my life. So I just, like, Firewatch has always been kind of sort of a weird, fascinating thing to me. The concept of, like, how people get attached to it, or maybe just, like, it was a thing, I guess.
Yeah. And it's once you kind of realize that games can hit people differently, that you start to kind of get a bit more empathy to stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, okay, not just stuff in general. Your life doesn't improve objectively. Maybe it does.
I'd say
Yeah, but like you don't like fix cancer or something. But like you get more empathy for other people, and you start to like almost kind of, even when you just objectively do not like a type of game, you start to kind of appreciate what it stands for, even if you don't agree with it. Like there's some things that are just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of the reasons why I'm super like against the what made the AVGN funny, and I know that's weird, is that like it's obvious he was over the top, but like the people who review games and have like a genuine hate for the ones they don't like is just something I can't get behind, because you never know what's gonna resonate with someone, right? So to act like certain things just should never exist. I mean, shit, I didn't like Life is Strange, but it resonated with a lot of people. So.
That's the thing I keep teasing Fruity about.
I would argue in the instance of that, I do think while it doesn't make as good content, if you're looking at a review as purely a thing to help a consumer decide whether or not they want to consume a game or not, wearing your heart on your sleeve like that about what you like and don't like instead of being more ambiguous allows the customer, so to speak, the potential customer, to make a more informed decision based on the review, because you know exactly where the reviewer stands with certain things, and you can use that information to make a purchase decision.
Well, yeah, like it really go on.
May not like the way that certain reviewer X is very negative about this thing that I like, but since I know that reviewer is this certain way, I can make a more informed decision based on his opinion whether or not this thing will resonate with me, even if he doesn't like it and says that it's objectively bad. It's like the Armin White thing, where like Armin White likes everything that's bad and hates everything that's good.
Armin
White. He's a movie reviewer who's infamous for just having like a really upside down opinion.
Gotcha.
But because you know that, you know if he doesn't like a thing, you're probably gonna like it. And he's very clear and definite on why he doesn't like things and why he does like things. So even if he has the quote-unquote wrong opinion, that's still better for me as a consumer than someone who is more ambiguous about it. But that's looking at it.
This bridge.
But that's looking at reviews as a product and not necessarily as a medium or an art form.
Well, I mean, as reviewers, Jim Sterling comes to mind. Oh. What?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's a challenge. But like, as Jim Sterling comes to mind in this context, as reviewers increasingly start to make careers out of just the process of reviewing media, it starts to kind of almost, it has to become a product. And I don't know, I don't see it as, I mean, I'm not going to say they should stop doing it, but it's just like...
Wait, once you start... Go ahead.
Once you start getting paid, I think... There is a trend that I notice with a lot of reviewers, where they start off reviewing things, and they're more moderate and more positive with things, even things they don't necessarily like, right? They will review a single thing that they hate, right? And then you just never come back from that. Your opinions get increasingly hyperbolic, you start reviewing things you don't like more, just
delves into
because
destiny.
the process of reviewing
revealed.
more viewers and less repetitive. And that's not to say, some people do just genuinely enjoy dunking on stuff, right? They're not going to take it away from them. But,
witness my great undertaking!
It seems to happen.
Let me scribe.
I tend to find that video essays tend to be better in avoiding that than like reviews.
Well,
oh yeah.
The things that you're going in, like video essays, you're coming in for like a very specific type of thing.
And to be fair, like, and I think that's part of it too, is there are some things that Jacob Geller believes that I fundamentally disagree with. And it's a difference in opinion, but I still watch his videos because he at least articulates his points in a constructive and ultimately thought-provoking way, right? If he was making the same points, but instead of articulating them like that, he was just screaming about how bad they were, I wouldn't fucking listen to him. It'd be like, this is not worth my time. And that's what I think is the problem with kind of caustic reviewing.
I mean, but I was about to...
Oh, hi, FJ!
Hi. Can I just jump in here real quick and say that one of the also reasons why people enjoy these types of longer essays versus reviews is it's like the same thing with like pop science versus the actual academic papers, where you actually have more time to show the evidence and explain your reasoning and purpose, and versus just the pop science being like, coffee causes cancer or something along those like, clickbaity article titles.
And I mean, it's not that the pop science is inherently wrong all the time. It's just that format.
They want to get the money. Yeah,
I don't think it's. I don't even think it's a matter of that. I think it's just an inherent flaw in the format.
The concern is that it's all well and good, but some people who kind of make them. An example comes to mind in the sense of Nostalgia Critic, right? Where a Nostalgia Critic, if his stuff was like a minute long, it'd be fine. But he will make incredibly long things and attempt to be the caustic critic.
Delved into destiny.
And it's
by
like,
royal
at that
decree.
point, you just have
It's
you all the fucking atrocious fight me.
I think there's kind of a lot of negative around him anyway, so there's no one's gonna be fighting against
Yeah, no one's gonna fight me. That's good. I can't take a punch. Anyway.
But like things I would still like use that sort of an old example, I guess. Like there's other people who make other kind of like quote unquote reviews and whatnot. It's just
the thing is though, is that AVGN and Nostalgia Critic, even if one of those is viewed less favorably than the other now, may not be as relevant now. They have had a really, honestly, kind of lasting impact. A lot of incredibly aggressive reviewers in the past have been inspired by Nostalgia Critic, basically like finding this thing that didn't really have a lot of criticism beforehand and just dunking. And
but the
so
thing
as
is
a
that,
result, they see that and kind of think, I should do it too.
Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of like, hey, that feeds into something. Wait, I got some stuff. That kind of feeds into some other stuff and whatnot. But like, what Nostalgia Critic and AVGN did was basically like, they didn't do like an actual review. It was like, I mean, it's a review, yeah, but like so, 20-30 minute things. It's they're entertaining you around.
Yeah,
you see, I think the problem for me is that if I have that, I'd rather just, if I'm going to have, a 20-30 minute video, that's both entertaining but also a pseudo review, I'd rather just watch H-Bomber Guy instead, extend that out to an hour and a half, and get a way more thorough argument at the same time of getting all the funny.
So, yeah, and honestly, I think what made it so AVGN continues to be loved despite being caustic and Nostalgia Critic is that AVGN causticity. Like, yes, the underlying game is bad, right? But both himself and the audience kind of have this unspoken agreement that, yeah, the game is bad. It's not bad enough to warrant what the hell is happening on the screen right now. And if someone in real life, while reacting to a video game, starts running at the mouth and writhing on the floor, screaming about, like, animal genitalia or something, you'd think they were nuts. You'd call the police.
Written in the stars.
And there's an agreement that, hey, we all know that's a thing, but it's still entertaining to watch. Whereas Nostalgia Critic didn't do that. In fact, he usually would double down on the more extreme and, like, ridiculous points he made.
You want to know what? Is it funny that you say that?
Whoa! Holy Hugo!
What the fuck happened there?
For a princess.
Wow,
Because-
I can't believe...
You can't believe what?
I can't believe the princess is fucking dead.
Well, anyway, it's funny that you say that, Because as one of the few people who actually watched Doug Walker's content outside of the Nostalgia Critic,
Yeah, I used to.
outside of it,
I used to do that too.
he is fine. In fact, he's very thoughtful. But at the same time, that unspoken agreement just isn't there for his Nostalgia Critic content.
Shadows of fate.
Yeah, but like, outside of it, he was perfectly capable of some very nuanced and interesting opinions.
Yeah.
So it's... And I know that that's the case because I saw his other content and it was very clear that Nostalgia Critic wasn't acted the same way AVGN was, but something about the execution didn't allow for that level of...
Let me scribe.
I guess social contract in the same way that it did for AVGN.
It's entirely that he doesn't know.
Well, it could be because there's some underlying feeling that, you know, eventually led to,
By royal decree.
you know, why, you know, people don't talk, why people don't talk fondly of him anymore now.
That's also because there was an incredibly long expose written on Channel Awesome's staff.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that, like, you know, like sometimes people could subconsciously pick up something they don't even realize.
Yeah.
The sad thing about that too is that ostensibly Doug wasn't the biggest problem there. If anything, he's kind of also stuck because the Nostalgia Critic character has been sold to the staff.
Yeah.
That were perpetuating the bad stuff happening there.
Yeah, there was a lot worse people to some degree.
Like,
his problem was that he was... The impression that I got from actually reading into that is that his problem was that he was stuck, but also too nice.
He was too nice and also just sometimes too foolish, you know? Like, it's the ultimate example of, like, hubris in the modern world.
But also,
I wanna,
even if he wasn't that foolish, what could he have done?
I'd like to...
They own his likeness.
I'd like to quickly acknowledge at least the chat, since at least someone has to do so. This Alpha Nancy, like, you know, saying the whole thing about, I feel few folks I watch your inline themes and things I like are pulling their points out of their ass, but I still watch them because I like the things that they are talking about. And yeah, I can get behind that too. It's just, you know, they put it up in a very entertaining way, or just kind of like do some other things, and just, you know, it's just kind of just pleasant to just kind of see how they say it, how they're presenting it, etc., etc.
Honestly, some of the most interesting arguments in the past have been ones where you just take a shot in the dark and run with it. And not with, like, scientific stuff, just, like, you ever wonder if the reason why cops always have really good apartments in crime dramas is because we revere the police? Like, stuff like that, where you just kind of, you go with something that's just kind of stupid.
To be fair, the best counter-argument I've heard in a video essay like that was a gag moment. There was this very long
how long is this
series...
gonna go?
It's quick. I'll just reference it vaguely, because those who know will know. It was a very long, serious video, but the biggest gotcha was the gag joke of H-Bomber Guy taking an axe through the back part of the set and going, just one small problem, sell their houses to who? Aquaman? And that was the best argument in the video.
Oh, I remember that one.
I guess they didn't have to teleport out. When you actually meant it was going to be short, you actually meant it was going to be short.
It was short.
The rising sea level is okay because people can sell their houses. To who?
Aquaman?
Yeah, that's always how it is. We say it's short, or you get ready for it to be long. No, it's short.
And Discord disappeared for me on my Surface Pro. Oh well.
Congratulations,
We're
you
back
won.
with a fresh supply of azurite and vermilionite.
I knew I could count on you. Let me see. Yep, without a doubt, these are azurite and vermilionite. But don't you want to make your wishes? You brought back just enough materials for both of you. Come on, get carving.
Traveler and Paimon, carve their wishes.
Done. Paimon prays for a bottomless stomach to eat more delicacies with. And you?
Oh no.
Let Paimon see. Huh? Well, that doesn't sound like something you'd wish for.
Yes, we finally go from like, gremlin traveler protagonist to going like, like we go from like what's it called One Punch Man's goofy look to the serious look, like
Yeah, the serious look.
super serious. It's my sister's deepest desire.
So you made a wish for her instead. Don't you worry. Paimon will help you find her, and we'll spend the next lantern right together. Then we'll release a gazillion shell lanterns to make up for all those wishes you've never had a chance to make.
Something about Paimon saying that just hurts my soul.
It's like a child who was told about the afterlife and says it to an adult whose parent just died. That's what it is.
Gotcha.
It's because she obviously doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Or
but
like,
it's still
or
sweet.
the faith that you follow is like you're like, oh, I kind of wish I'm feeling that. I wish I was following that faith today.
Oh, Paimon, if only you knew how bad things really were.
We sure will.
If you're done with your carvings, you can hand over your azurite and vermilionite to me.
Miss Wong, yeah?
She has regrets about it giving
hello,
away Dolly.
Chang Chang. What's up, little missy? Can't find your granddad?
Granddad said he's busy and I should go play on my own. I want to make a Xiao lantern, but I don't know how. Miss Wongya, could you help me make a Xiao lantern?
Sure thing, but promise me that you'll go back home as soon as we're done playing. With so many people at the festival, your granddad will be worried sick if you stay out too long.
Thank you, Miss Wongya. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
So you know how to make Xiao lanterns too?
I certainly do. That's how I made my first Mora, helping visitors make shell lanterns by the docks. Ah, good times. I should really stay here to keep an eye on the girl. Hey, could I bother you to go to the construction site at the dock and gather some building materials?
I know I keep bringing this up, but I can't get over how good this voice actress is. Holy Kuko.
She really is just like a mom at the local harvest festival teaching the kids how to make paper scarecrows.
And no,
That's
she
oddly specific.
So, yeah, hey, happy to help.
Great, thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay, so that's right down the road. The point is 50 meters away, so we can't start a new topic. Or not, we can't go back to the topic. The better win.
Did you know monitor lizards got really wiggly necks?
Look over there. That guy's
Really?
acting very suspicious. Don't you think?
We'll never find out.
Hella sus,
Whoa, okay, that was weird.
Okay,
What
so
the hell
that's not
was
to be
that?
trust me.
Don't worry about it. Thank you for the follow there, Tiny.
Slowly walk back down. Never mind.
It's why monitor lizards are better.
That happened with me as well. Just I tried to walk down it.
what you doing?
It wouldn't let me.
What you staring at me like that for? Get going! What? Huh? All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself, I guess.
You stepped through my barrier.
Paimon thought he might be a shady character. Then he opened his mouth and now Paimon's sure of it. He must have been up to something when he was crouching down on the ground, because as soon as he saw us approaching, he stood up and acted all innocent. Paimon has a bad feeling about this. What could he be up to?
What
Let's
happens if they
investigate.
aren't sus?
Paimon,
So
are
here's
you
what
I bet that guy vents.
So here's what we need to do, right? Since this guy's obviously an asshole, right? And there's not gonna be much. The only logical thing for us to do is escalate the situation. Go over there and punch him in the teeth.
Oh my
Well,
god.
this area is full of construction supplies for the Mingqiao lantern. Paper, oil, wood. All highly flammable materials!
just approach and then just stare at him while, let's see, there we go.
Hey, buddy. Do you feel attached to all of your teeth? If you had to lose several teeth right fucking now, which ones would you want?
On the last day of the Lantern Rite, huge crowds come out to watch the Mingxiao Lantern being released. It can't be a good sign if there's a suspicious character lurking around somewhere so dangerous. If he's been tampering with the stockpile of lantern supplies...
Big assumptions there.
Let's get the materials we came for first. We can tell Wangya about the situation when we get back.
Paimon, you're taking this very seriously. Why?
Because...
I bet he's a Schnezgnayan.
Everyone in Liyue has worked really hard for this. No one should be allowed to spoil it, period.
You just want more food?
Oh, fine. There's so many delicacies in Liyue Harbor. Matsutake meat rolls, mora meat, almond tofu.
I was going to say you can
bitch, Paimon.
I was going to say you can read Paimon like a book, but no. You can read Paimon like a menu.
She isn't even like the regular restaurant menu, she's the kids menu.
With the funky letters and Comic Sans.
And like the word find just scribbled on one side.
Hey kids, solve this crossword puzzle to get a free coupon.
Burger Bob needs your help navigating the maze.
Oh my gosh.
Can you help him? Please help him. He has.
He's got osteoporosis.
Yeah, he's...
Paimon just did the tongue thing.
That should be enough. Let's get back to Wangya.
Alright, you look suspicious, buddy.
She really
Hey,
is just
what
the
you doing?
one-stop destination for all.
What you staring at me like that for? Get gone! Huh? All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself, I guess.
Fine.
Fuck
I'll go back over to these boxes.
you. Talk to him again.
Nah, we'll just follow what Paimon suggested.
I'll save you the
Lantern
trouble.
Rite
He
special
only
feature.
goes between those two positions.
That's
No
still
matter how
funny.
many times we talk to him.
Did you get the
That's still
materials?
funny.
Yes.
Sure did.
Ah, yes, these will do. Let me make a shell lantern for Ching Ching.
We wanted to talk to you about something, though.
We saw a shady character skulking around the highly flammable materials at the construction site. He looked like he was up to no good.
I see. Okay. Please inform the Ministry of Civil Affairs about what you saw. I'll talk to Jingming. With so many people visiting for the Lantern Rite, we can't afford to ignore something like this.
Miss Wangya, is something bad gonna happen at the Lantern Rite?
Not to a darling little angel like you, Chang Chang. Come on now, good girl. Head back to your granddad and don't get distracted along the way. We don't want to make him worry.
Well then.
I love how quickly she's like says that first part. That's
Yep.
a little darling angel like you.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
go
god,
home.
I also just realized you can stand on the upside down hanging umbrellas. If you're a small character.
Oh. Oh.
I was just walking on top of it. I tried to fall through to get to the bottom, and I landed on an umbrella.
This is the bulletin board today. This is Feiyun Slope Bulletin Board. You can find... Oh, right. When water's natural purity is preserved, disease cannot fester. But when sullied at its source, it gives rise to all manner of plagues and pestilences. Therefore, let the one who pollutes a water source through negligence be shown leniency, but let any that would willfully pollute a water source be shown no mercy whatsoever. In response to recent pollution of Feiyun Slope water source, Eugene Terrace has sent someone to urgently deal with it. In a few days, the water will be as clean as ever. Until the water source is clean, the Billith suggests residents to go to Jihu Park to fetch water. Violators who break the rules and pollute the water source will be severely punished by the Millith. It has been how long? You said in a couple of days? It's been how many weeks, months?
Damn, I mean, hi.
So, let's talk this dude here. Alright, buddy, how's your voice acting compared to Wang Yang?
Halt! This is the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
We're here to report a suspicious individual.
Yeah! We saw a shady-looking guy snooping around near the stockpile of highly flammable Mingxiao lantern supplies. We must defend the grilled tigerfish food stall at all costs!
Goodness. This is a serious matter indeed.
Exactly what Paimon thought! Liyue Harbor's cuisine is the heart and soul of the city!
It seems we disagree on where the seriousness of the matter lies. But you're not wrong, my little friend. Rest easy. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has assigned a specialist to keep the Lantern Rite safe. I will inform him of this matter and order him to step up vigilance in due course.
In due course? This is serious! Why not get your butt over there and tell him straight away?
I wish I could, but he's yet to return. He's taken a small team to Guili Plains.
Another day, another commission.
Commission? What commission? Oh, is this your way of offering to go to Guili Plains and pass on the message for me? But you're a traveler, aren't you? You've come all this way for the Lantern Rite, and yet here you are, willing to lend a hand.
Look, my menu here needs to go back to a food stall some point, so I want to make sure that the menu's not going to be broken and such.
Yeah! We must defend the food stalls! Let nobody touch them!
This guy in the background.
Absolutely. I can't thank you enough. Yes. No commission should go unpaid. I will take care of the compensation. Again, thank you both.
And it's like trying to be a sarcastic asshole in Fallout 4. You don't have the option of being just flat out evil, so you're just passive aggressive to everybody.
Now see, if I was writing this quest, I know what I would do. Once Paimon asks why can't you just do it yourself, or why not tell him right now, the guard would turn to the camera and just say, because bureaucracy is waiting at a red light in the middle of the night with no other cars around. Back to normal story. That's from the Parable of the Gong, which was taught to me by an Australian. It is about a guy who doesn't wear pants and pushes a gong into the street and gets hit by a car.
You told us the story.
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember this.
Okay, so it starts with no.
So many of them.
We're not going to read the entire thing. I'll make it audio recording of it and I'll put it in the public server.
That is a good question,
I've been being a menace to the people here. Let's show them what we got.
Let's show them what we got. I am destroying these guys terribly.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Sheesh. Just
Come into being.
we got a Klee. Yep.
Blow it all up.
Oh, hi.
Who are you?
Jiayi sent us.
Oh, thank you. If it weren't for your help, today may have ended quite differently.
The city ain't big enough for 2 terrorists. What is it you're doing here?
I'm in charge of keeping the Lantern Rite safe. A lot comes out of the woodwork at this time of year. There are thieves around every corner.
You sure are far from the Lantern Rite.
I encountered one during my patrol just now, so I called a few men and we pursued them out here. Once we got here, we decided to split up. I was searching this area. The thief seems to have made a clean getaway, and I sure didn't bank on these monsters being here. I was just assessing whether it would be better to send for reinforcements or find another way to disperse them. And that's when you showed up and dealt with them. And thank goodness. I don't know how long it would have taken for the others to get here. Well, I need to get back to looking for that thief. But thanks for your help. Until next time.
Wait a second. We're not done here.
Oh, is there something else?
Paimon, why'd you say that so, like indignantly? There's a suspicious person down at the harbor.
Another one? It's interminable. Right. When I get back, I'll get the other troops to be extra vigilant in the area. In the middle of the festival, too. What are they up to?
Do you get the feeling?
Maybe we should take care of this.
Paimon thinks so too. With our wealth of experience adventuring far and wide, we should be able to get to the bottom of this. So let's go back to the place where we witnessed the shady-looking guy. Paimon hears from patrol officers that criminals love to go back for another look at the crime scene after the event. It's a psychological thing, apparently.
I don't feel about that. Well, what just Paimon just said there, it's like...
Has Paimon been watching crime dramas?
Paimon just comes off as just sound like, like saying like I know big words. Except she actually does know big words, so that's the confusing part right there.
She's an Akio.
But does Akios know the big words that they're saying?
Sometimes.
Fair enough. The crime hasn't even happened yet.
That's why there's no time to lose. When there's highly flammable materials involved, once the crime happens, it'll be too late.
That's fair.
See the crime. Alright.
Though, to be fair, we will never know if the perfect crime was committed.
Because it's perfect.
It'll be the perfect crime. We'll be able to see it. If the perfect crime was seen, then it'd just be the perfect arrest.
Alright, I feel like I need to talk to this dude at some point. Which could be now. Traveler, hold on a second. What's up? I know this is a bit sudden, but, do you have any interest in cameras? A little, I guess. It would be nice if I could take pictures whenever I want, but... Well, this camera here is no ordinary camera. It's the latest technology from Fontaine. The photos printed in this model... The photos printed in this model are all come up with a unique effect not offered by standard cameras. How does it do that? Hey, I'm telling the absolute truth here. If you don't believe me, you can ask about it at the Adventurers Guild. I was skeptical at first, too. I played around with it for days, but I couldn't get it working. Eventually, one of the adventurers in the guild gave me a hand. Now, you must be wondering, what makes this camera so different? Well, it's to do with the internal design. It takes a certain kind of potion that adds a special effects during the printing process, making the photos look much better than those printed by your average camera. Well, what do you think? If you're interested, I can let you play around with this one for a while. It's very limited variety of potions, but enough for you to get a feel of how it works. I plan to make a trip to Fontaine at some point and purchase a new variety of potions. So if you're interested, I hope to have your custom then. So how much do they cost? Don't you worry about that side of things. They're already very cheap when purchased individually, and if you plan on buying in bulk, we can discuss discounts. Please, keep this camera as a token of my esteem. If you're enjoying it, I appreciate your business in the future. But I have a... Oh,
you got a better one.
I got a better one.
Hey, we got Rookie.
What?
Rookie.
The camera.
Oh.
Rookie.
Hi.
He's here.
Well then, okay, so I have two cameras. When used, Cecil Gadget can save
Look
and...
closely at the icon.
I think it's looking at me. I'm not sure though.
Is it?
It could be looking. It could be looking at me. I just
the camera could be watching.
Yes. A strange device for Fontaine that will not only record sceneries, but will also add special colors to printed images. Oh, right. This was that event that was happening. Filters.
That's what it is.
The design was made in response.
Oh, that's a key. if that's true, that's a cute way of doing it. It's just the filters aren't like part of the camera. It's that the lens is being like there's a potion inside and it's distorting the image. That's a cute idea.
Or maybe you're using the potion with the film.
Yeah.
But also taking the emotions of one taking the picture. Unfortunately, the final product could not quite match their specifications. Okay, I'm curious. Press the button. So, yep, there's the filter. Okay.
This is the Lantern Rite Gala.
So wait, potions. Do I need to talk to him again? Oh, I gotta go somewhere else to talk to him. You know what? We'll worry about that later. Let's see. Alphen said, witnessing the perfect crime is as easy as watching a VOD of Among Us. Thinking emoji. Maybe? I think I could sort of kind of get behind that. Alright, is this dude still here?
Knew it!
You what? He's just running up there. We should still chase after him, though.
Wait! There's another person!
Oh, hi!
Xiao?
What are you doing here?
Xiao's a fucking Schneznayan?
What?
I knew. It's the Schneznayans, man. You can't trust them. They're always going around looking for things to blow up.
Why is that on the ground?
What are you drawing?
What are you doing here?
We're visiting for Lantern Rites.
Huh? Xiao? Are you here for the festival?
I have no interest in Lantern Rite. I sensed a malign influence here. I'm here to investigate. When a shackle is loosened in the realms of deities and demons, I take full responsibility. But this time, the threat comes from the mortal world. Your world. Thus you shall take full responsibility,
thank you for
traveler.
Throwing this onto us, I guess. I guess he's just too lazy.
When the time comes, I hope you shall act promptly and decisively. I do not wish for the tassel of the polearm that has slaughtered countless demons to become stained with mortal blood.
What's this?
But you're okay with, tearing asunder hilichurls.
A symbol that your suspected evildoer left behind.
Do you recognize this Paimon?
Doesn't look familiar to Paimon.
Well, you will have to show me how much you can accomplish on your own strength. Because if I become involved, there is a possibility that the streets of Liyue Harbor will be painted red this Lantern Rite.
It's a festive color.
It's kind of a festive color in this part of the world.
Well, that sounds terrible.
Oh no!
I love Paimon's delivery.
So good.
Terrible.
I wish you could replay this. I wish we could replay the soundbite. No, the soundbite.
The soundbites in the archive.
Oh yeah, in the archive, but we have to like.
But then there's
Paimon-
us talking over it.
Paimon's voice actor is beautiful. Like, Paimon.
Yeah.
Let's not be impulsive. Why don't we figure out the origins of the symbol first?
Sorry, go ahead, Otto. Real quick.
Paimon is a character that is consistently, like, okay to great, and then occasionally will just have spikes of, like, what the hell was that? like, Ehete Nandeo comes to mind.
Yeah.
Where, like, it's just so distinct, or, in the English dub, let's go take a closer look. Where she just, like, gets really close to... Basically, Paimon is an extended personal shitpost, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, she is a gremlin. She is.
Yeah.
She's your assistant gremlin.
Yeah.
The one the suspected
I hope
criminal
someday
left
we get to play
behind. Oh, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Kaya will know something about it.
Okay, first off, playable Paimon, maybe like super buff version from that Forcoma stuff.
Yes.
And second off, Kaya, that is like kilometers, many kilometers away.
Stupid, sexy ice man.
Look, he's obviously he dances with darkness, man.
I think
If we
seriously.
need to know something shady, he probably knows something shady.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh wow, I almost explored all of Windwell Highland. Huh. So, okay. So is it canon that you simply just teleport back and forth? Like there's no actual travel?
I think so. It's
Because it feels really weird that like to say, hey, well, let's just talk to Kaya about this. As if Kaya is someone that we can just simply just like at the snap of a finger just go see.
Just call up on speed dial.
It is canonical that the traveler can like teleport like that, but it reinforces, and I think I mentioned this very early in the game's life cycle. Like those big statues you put the oculi into, right? In the lore of the game, they're described as being incredibly important to local culture. Which makes it all the more puzzling that none of the cities are built even remotely near them.
Oh yeah, around them.
Like, generally, if something is culturally significant to a city, it's found very close to the center. And if it's not very close to the center, I just drowned in the fucking koi pond near the teleport thing in Leeway.
Well, there's one kind of around the center.
Yeah. Like, the most prominent one I can think of is the Kaaba in Mecca. That huge black cube that is a critical part of the Hajj pilgrimage. Where, like, the entire city is effectively built like a shell around it. And I'm not saying that it's weird or not, but I am saying these things obviously have some sort of religious significance, so it's really weird that they go with the teleport waypoints, which they can't use, and not the religious symbol, which they also can't use, but is culturally significant. Because there's teleport things in the cities. And they're like on top of foundations and stuff, so that implies that they were moved there, or at the very least built
there. On there. So okay, like I'm looking over here. Like we got, there's one that's like, kind of like on top of the building up there. I should probably climb that stuff. And then there's the, I mean, they're still kind of, sort of in the center-ish, kind of. Like
the thing is that
and also like it's, and like in Springvale, like it's right at the entrance.
That's a teleport waypoint.
Oh, you talk about the big.
I'm talking about the big statues.
Oh,
like right. Yeah, exactly. Like those are the ones I'm talking about. Mondstadt kind of gets a bye because they have that massive statue of Barbatos, and that's what their city's kind of built around. But Leeway, not really. It's weird that Leeway has not.
It's random here.
Exactly. Not just like out there. Storm Terrors make sense.
I feel like in regards to Leeway, maybe it's just because the whole the fact that the Adeptus and stuff like that just kind of walked among them and such.
There's also like the Rite of Dissension and stuff. Like you don't really need to have a place to commune with the spirits if once a year it just happens.
Yeah.
But it is still weird that those. But then it's weird they're there at all. Right? And, I don't know, like, basically, if something's culturally significant to a city, that city builds around it. And if it's some distance from the city will literally, like, grow out to accommodate it.
Let me scry.
Like,
we'll get back to this after we talk to this guy. I can't keep Kaya waiting. Hey, look, we haven't spoken to Kaya in a story for a long time, so...
Speak to the stupid, sexy Iceman.
Well, long time no see.
Oh, we're playing a Sonic game all of a sudden?
Kaya! We went to the Lantern Rite in Lille!
Ah, well, how was it? Fun?
Delicious.
Well then, you ought to be looking forward to Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum. I'm sure it will be to your liking.
Oh, is this, hinting to something in the future?
I am looking forward to it.
Whatever that. Yeah, now. Paimon, just get to the point.
Right. Kaya, there's something we need to tell you about.
Yeah, you're a shady person. You must know a lot of things about shady people.
lantern supplies, stockpile of wood, paper, and oil. At the very least, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen.
Or so
How very amusing. What makes you think I would recognize this symbol?
Flirt with darkness.
Yeah, tell him how it is, right? Tell him like it is. Oh, look, you flirt with the dark side, so kind of figured you know.
Exactly.
Thank you, Paimon.
You should watch what you say, honorary knight. What do you mean, flirt with the dark side? The Knights of Favonius certainly does not have dealings with its enemies. That has to do with a certain knightly virtue called integrity.
Yep. Okay. Cool story, bro. I'll go talk to Klee about stuff then.
Anyway, I digress. This is the symbol of the cross-border criminal organization you know as the Treasure Hoarders.
Ah, them again.
That's
if you
where I
are
stopped
curious to know more, I can put you in touch with an informant on the inside.
Didn't you just say the Knights of Favonius don't have dealings with their enemies?
Paimon, not now.
This is my own personal informant. Nothing to do with the Knights of Favonius. A little later, make your way over to Windrise. I'll arrange for the informant to meet you there.
Thanks, Kaya!
Oh, and remember, wine begets wisdom.
Huh?
Password, probably.
Got it. like the moment I heard him say that, I'm just like, got it.
Wine.
Understand you loud and clear.
This one. Did I do all the daily stuff? Yeah, I did. Man, this is a lot longer than I expected. Oh, it is in a lower area. Oh, wow. That treasure. Let's go get the treasure.
distracted, Kirby.
But one of them's an archer. I need.
By royal
I gotta make sure my
They didn't drop me goodies. As good as I care for. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I suppose it's a hey shiny, but no. Listen. It was more than just that. Oh, thank you for that, Riker. Thank you. Appreciate that. Listen, it's more than just going. Oh, hey, it's a shiny. It's like, hey, there's a thing I need. It's an arrowhead. I need arrowheads. No? I'll go on these guys though. Something about defeating a pig with
I also like that you get wick material from it when that's supposed to be dropped by, I believe, either Fatui or Hilitroll type enemies. So I'm just laughing every time I kill a normal boar. I get that.
Hi, Nimrod. I didn't think you,
Dude, that's insulting. Huh? Oh, that's his name.
You're the guy, right? Kaya's informant?
Like, you're one of, like, the 4 drunkards or, you know, weirdos or something like that.
Informant? Not me.
But this is the place we agreed upon, and you're the only other one here, so...
Place we agreed upon? I know nothing.
Stop being so annoying.
Are you looking at me when you say that?
That's right, you are part of the drunkards, so therefore... Wine begets wisdom.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
How was any of that even slightly necessary?
Because, Paimon, gotta make sure we keep things secret.
What do you want to know about?
Here's the situation.
Blah, blah, blah. Yakety smackety.
Okay,
I see.
Why does everyone have a secret identity in Tevat? Huh. Yeah, it's not. His name is not. It's not officially Nimrod. It's just simply just him and the other 3. I don't know what legendary drunkards or whatever. They all have like sort of really like, just self-deprecating names.
Their identities are liminal.
Oh my god.
So, what can you tell us as an insider?
I do not think this is the work of the treasure hoarders. The reason the treasure hoarders are able to sustain a giant cross-border operation is because they abide by one fundamental principle: caution. Softly, softly, catchy monkey is the name of the game for them. By contrast, the idea of taking huge risks to try and make a fortune is utter folly in their eyes.
Softly, softly, catchy monkey? Okay.
Liyue has the Adepti looking after it, doesn't it? And they're especially active during the Lantern Rite.
What was that all?
I'm 99% sure that was a pun in the original language.
Probably.
That just did not translate whatsoever.
It's just like how it was said earlier. Sometimes you just can't translate some things.
Yeah, this can either mean softly, softly, catchy monkey, or my hovercraft is full of eels, and there is a million different ways that you can translate it, and only one of them is going to make sense to English speakers.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way that they, slip of the tongue, when you've been undercover as long as I have. Where was I just now? Oh, yes. There's no way that they, the treasure hoarders, would dare make a move during the Lantern Rite. Also, the treasure hoarders organization in Liyue recently received an anonymous letter.
Why would someone send them an anonymous letter? Trying to frame them, perhaps?
Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is which branch of the treasure hoarders has the letter in their possession. There. I've marked their location on the map for you.
An ambush.
Great! Well, Paimon thinks this was productive. This is our only solid lead. Let's not waste it.
If there's nothing more, I should get back to treasure hoarding. Get back to those treasure hoarding lowlifes. To, spy on them.
Huh.
Hey, Nimrod. Nimrod. If you fuck us on this, treasure hoarders 2,000 years from now are going to find your remains deep in a temple where no one could hear you. Anyway, I'm interested in the fact that this implies the treasure hoarders have a P.O. box. Like, they have just an address. Why hasn't anyone gone out and got them?
Oh my god. Okay, wait, this is far. Hold on a second. What?
Oh, 3 kilometers. Nice.
Wow, I am really traversing everywhere, huh? Pretty sure he vented.
They're an official for-profit organization. Yes, thank you, Tayu.
I don't know what's up with the jokes tonight, but keep it coming. It's everyone's just been contributing pretty nicely, pretty well.
We're good. We got good synergy going.
Oh wow.
Good team count.
Wow, this is kind of cool.
Oh.
Like, this is knocked over statue and such.
Yeah.
And in their hands is like
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I don't know where you're leading me to, City, but...
Sky.
God, I'm just like wondering how much... How can they make stuff look super official? Like, hey, yeah, we're the official treasure hoarding gang and or whatever for profit.
Biting commentary about private security companies.
Frog. Got it. Everything was irrelevant. I got a frog. Oh, hey, thank you for that, Riker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Sorry, Otto.
Oh, no, you're okay. That's the entire thing, just biting commentary on private security companies here. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that treasure hoarders market themselves as, like, oh, we're a private asset extraction service.
Yep. Oh, trying to sneak in there. Super sneaky, super stealthy. Super stealthy.
You're within range of their eyes. You have to do something to their eyes, Kirby.
Deletus. Eyeballus.
Why did you say that in such a Texan
Sorry,
accent?
pal, wrong way. Wherever you think you're going, it's that way.
Why did I say that in such a Texas accent?
Liyue Harbor?
No, I said hi.
Right.
Hi back. I'm Ben.
Here
Such
is
a Texan
nowhere.
accent.
So the other way is Liyue Harbor.
If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I suggest you go to the Wangshu Inn. Fair prices, great customer service, and a wonderful view.
He is reading a script while gnashing his teeth.
He says that like he absolutely hates the Wangshu Inn.
I mean, he's saying that he's basically telling me to go away.
Stop talking to me.
Yeah, very much so. Alright, so I can hear you talking through your teeth. Just show us the letter.
How do you know about the letter?
One of Liyue's adepti told us about it.
Did they now? I somehow doubt that.
You should not doubt it. It was I who sent them to investigate. Any further questioning you may direct to me.
Did you just appear out of thin air?
That's in depths for you.
You're the vigilant Yaksha!
Hey, watch your tone of voice. Or do you seriously want to pick a fight with an Adeptus?
Okay, it's not that we don't believe you're an Adeptus. It's just... everyone needs to look at the bigger picture here.
As you well know, we treasure hoarders are no serious threat to anyone. We're petty criminals, that's all.
We're just poor.
No, Free. He didn't say we're just poor. He said we're petty criminals. That's all. There's nothing. Look at the guy on the right. Does he look like he's poor?
Okay, he
Yes.
might not be, but the guy on the left definitely is.
No. The one on the left. That's fashion. That's his fashion.
I don't know. That looks. I don't know if tying a bunch of bandages around your arm is fashion.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like, you're kind of doing some dirty work. You gotta clean up. You gotta, dig some things. Treasure. Going to get some treasure.
So, if you are truly an Adeptus, please show us some mercy, would you?
Of course, if it turns out you're not a real Adeptus.
Then please,
cool. This is a stupid
don't blame
idea.
our weapons for treating everyone equally.
I feel like this is channeling auto energy. This crafty guy is channeling heavy auto energy.
That's why my CPU usage was spiking.
He's mining your Bitcoin.
Oh, hi!
Someone delete you. Oh, okay. He also duplicated.
See, he's mining your Bitcoin.
Yeah, treasure hoarders.
All of the Bitcoin stocks will be mine.
Disappear!
No mercy.
Actually, some mercy because the treasure hunters don't die. They just drop his hope.
Please, my heroic friend and Adeptus buddy, have mercy.
Buddy.
We just have to test you, that's all.
The letter is drivel anyway. It's not worth an armed conflict. Just take it.
How about that? Paimon knew it all along. Let's see what they wrote.
I see.
Stop.
Then let us send these two to the meeting. The sender may be
No.
plotting something truly diabolical for the lantern.
No, it doesn't work, hon.
It seems they want to burn down the entire city.
It worked last
Great,
time.
everyone's
It doesn't.
happy.
No, it never worked for me, hon.
Good, we're good. However...
These two, they don't look anything like us.
It'll be
Oh, God.
fine. When we're in disguise, no one will be the wiser.
It still seems like a long shot to me, but with the help of an Adeptus, hopefully everything will turn out fine.
Well, the safety of Liyue is in your hands now. Good luck. Even the treasure hoarders don't want to see the city burned to the ground.
Then it is settled.
Wait. We just wanted to read the letter.
What is it?
So next time we meet...
Huh?
Hey, let's meet somewhere with a nice view of the Ninja Lantern.
I am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year.
That's why I
When
said...
this matter is resolved, come to Wangshu Inn. In previous years, the Mingxiao Lantern has been visible even from there.
What? Huh? What?
Okay, bye.
He's vanished. Did he go back to Wangshu Inn already? But the time mentioned in the letter, that's today, isn't it? Come on.
I don't know.
let's
I
go
didn't get a
the
chance to read it. Okay.
Paimon wonders what the sender of the letter is planning.
Well, let's take a look for ourselves now that the game's letting us.
So I think there was an accent to the letter.
An accent?
Yes. I saw several y'alls.
Oh.
Okay.
Treasure hoarder, big folk. I have an opportunity so crazy lucrative yet feasible. Once a lifetime thing, or y'all wouldn't want to miss it. Intrigued, right? Meet me in the dead of the night. I'll put my finest mask on to honor y'all guys and for y'all to recognize me. And I humbly recommend that y'all do too. Just so that they're the authority don't recognize y'all folks. Anyway, I'm no snitch, of course. Just a friendly reminder. I think there is the way treasure hoarded. No. Just a one
Oh
reminder.
my God, Fruity.
I think that there's the way treasure hoarder do things right to put on cool masks. And I know y'all are cool folk. Cool folk gets along with cool masks. That they're so cool, and I like cool things, yeah. So meet y'all there then. Whoa.
What?
Oh, good. Yes, hold on. I just have to get all of this slurry back into my head.
I have an opportunity so crazy.
What the heck?
That produced enkephalin. It was so weird.
I have murdered people in chat.
Help my diaphragm. That's a unique one.
Okay. Alright.
Cool. Now let's all agree to never be creative again.
What? Oh, jeez. Hi. Oh, hi, Wildflower. Out of nowhere.
Delve into destiny. Oz, reveal thyself.
Texan oh Yay! I'm going to be yanked there too. Also, let it be known that I can do a Texan accent very well because I used to be Texan. In fact, I would identify as Texan if I had to identify as any, not necessarily nationality, but because that's where I spent most of my formative years.
I don't care for treasure hoarders. I don't need any of your goods.
I unironically use the word yaint.
Yaint?
What?
You all are not.
Cool. I don't know how to feel about hearing this.
You ain't got no time for this bullshit.
Like, I know English is all about, like, you know, bastardization of words and such, but, like... Whew.
English is intended to help both people communicate effectively.
That is not effectively. That is just...
Yaint. Yaint is a very effective word. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Y'all,
what?
yaint. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You folks from the treasure hoarders, yeah? I thought I insinuated in my letter there that you should have done like I done and put on a mask and a costume and so forth. But it seems you didn't all get the memo. It's pretty cool, though. Gutsy.
Well, guess what? We don't need to go sneaking around everywhere wearing disguises because, unlike you, we would never do anything so shameful that we would need to wear masks while doing it.
We're trying to pump this guy for information. You're just...
Yeah, like go to Walmart. Wait. That is shameful.
I was in the middle of my speech and everything!
What? What? What?
Don't you start this, Paimon, you brainant.
Please stop.
What is happening here? What is happening? Yes, you're on your own, Paimon.
Well, wait a second now. You folks ain't no treasure hoarders. What game are you two playing?
Well, maybe Paimon didn't just simply talk the way she did.
You're finished!
Uh-huh.
I have added a new command to chat. You're welcome.
You
What did you
did
do?
no damage, buddy. You know what? Oh, okay, then.
Freddy, if it wasn't for the fact that I was out of the room at the time, I was just like, you know, if Kirby was just a little bit like Raza, this would be the fiercest. I think we should see different people.
Yay!
Jumpy, jumpy, go!
Goodbye, Jojo.
Oh.
Tell us your diabolical plan now!
So,
Okay, I give up.
I give up. Stop throwing me down rocks, please.
Give up now, or feel the wrath of my Paimonial... Huh? You're giving up just like that?
I'm just a lowly apprentice thief who really looks up to the treasure hoarders.
An apprentice thief?
Yeah, for a greenhorn like me, especially working on my own and all, the treasure hoarders? Oh, man, they're my heroes.
Wait a second.
So, I thought I'd try and set up some sort of lucrative opportunity and submit my pledge of loyalty.
Wait a second. None of this is making any sense. Paimon was expecting a serial arsonist to be someone more sinister, evil-looking. But instead, we get you.
Arson? What the heck are you talking about?
Don't pretend. Paimon's seen you loitering around piles of highly flammable materials.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But I was only checking the place out. My plan ain't got nothing to do with those lantern construction materials.
Are you serious?
Well, I just wanted to nab me the biggest chunk of plaustrite in 20 years is all. I was gonna wait till nightfall, chop off half the tethers, float it out to sea.
Tell me more.
Oh.
Then, all I'd have to do is find some way or another of bringing it down, so I could hide it underwater in the shallows. The perfect crime.
if you remove the ballast from the plaustrite, you won't be able to get it back down. Your plan is less about stealing the plaustrite and more about permanently stranding yourself in the sky.
For a perfect crime, it sure has a lot of holes.
Well...
For example, how exactly were you planning to bring down the plaustrite once it was airborne?
Shut up, Paimon. That's a stupid point.
Yeah, Yank just got...
Please stop, Freddy.
Yank got the brain to understand.
Paimon, you are a brain.
Well, I was still in the process of figuring out the details, hence why I hadn't made my move yet.
This guy is an imbecile. Okay, let's teach him a lesson.
Alright, time to yeet him off that cliff again. What?
Now that the Millowith have gotten hold of that idiot.
The traveler hands over.
Come back here.
The traveler hands over the stupid thief to the Millowith.
And then walks all the way back to this exact spot.
No, I have it better. The reason why you're still here. You just yeeted him off the cliff towards the Millowith.
We We just used Venti's ult to carry him there.
Let's head back. We can notify the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Then why did we head back here?
Because the game might have broken if we suddenly moved you through there.
Actually, yeah. Yeah.
We haven't coded the ability to move players to arbitrary positions yet.
Yeah.
But... Wait, no, they have. It's just weird.
Maybe just like, it's like,
I was
it's not
actually thinking
consistent.
about it, and it might be that what if you wanted to do something in that exact location before you headed back?
Yeah.
Fair.
Items.
Like there's a depth shrine in the background or something.
Hold on. Pass me this here. Might as well read it. It has now been determined that the cause of the water pollution, tragically, was a young female taking her own life at the water source. The Mill would like to extend their sincere condolences to the victim's family.
Oh.
Out of respect for the privacy of the victim and her family, we will not publish her name.
Water was poisoned because of a corpse.
I was better off not knowing that.
Yeah.
No,
Please go back and unread that.
No.
After all these months, we finally got the answer, and that's what it was.
You didn't
Just
let me
a
finish.
Sometimes it doesn't pay to reach out for the truth.
Traveler, word spreads fast. We will keep watch over the thief. Thanks for your help. Looks like the Mingxiao lantern will be ready soon. A critical juncture. We cannot afford the slightest interference.
So, on the topic of keeping the lantern right safe...
Rest easy. Word was passed up the chain. Another group of very capable troops have been brought in. They're dressed as ordinary citizens. You wouldn't notice them in the crowd. If anyone dares make a move, they'll be on them in an instant. That's sorted then. You two get some rest, we'll take it from here. Enjoy the lantern rite in peace.
So, Paimon supposes that's taken care of then.
Well, Zhao, we're here to see the Mingxiao lantern.
Paimon wishes so too. Guess he won't make it this time. Wait, do you remember what the inspiration for the Mingxiao lantern was?
No?
Skybracer.
Skybracer sounds right.
So if it's modeled on an Adeptus, maybe Xiao would be interested this time. On the day the Mingxiao lantern is ready, we can meet him at Wangshuin like he suggested, then try to persuade him. Even though he said you can see the Mingxiao lantern from Wangshuin, we should get up close if we want to get that festival atmosphere.
And the food.
Food.
That's literally all. You are motivated by food.
Mm-hmm.
They are definitely a glutton.
This time.
Hey, the horn. Oh, hey, the horn's completed.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Kind of like having this as time progresses, things progress. That the horn just completed.
Yes. It's like people are working on this.
The whole thing about the Millilith in secret and stuff, right? Reminds me of one of my favorite scenes in television, and it was Criminal Minds, which, you know, crime drama, and it was a scene where they were like staking someone out, and they had a bunch of undercover people, right? And when they move in and like yell, "Okay, now it's time, everyone go!" It's just amazing. Like, it feels like it could be out of a comedy. Because all of the people on the street just pull guns out of whatever they were currently doing and run after the guy. Like, the construction worker pulls one out of a cement mixer. I think a woman pulls one out of a bassinet that was, like, carrying a child. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens, but it's also really fucking funny.
I would have laughed if someone fucking jumped out of, like, the baby, like a fucking baby carrier.
Yeah, Like the.
Oh, you thought it was the person pushing the baby carrier. No, there was a person hiding in the baby carrier.
Oh, it was. Oh, wait, this person just had a normal. And then the baby has a gun. A derringer, because baby hands are small.
Trying to see what else to look at. Okay. I guess that's that. I gotta like work on the stuff on my own, but you know. Rest first.
Going out into the world and investigating, turning the unknown. Ha!
Turning the unknown.
Just turning it.
There we go.
Look at the lanterns and stuff too.
It's so pretty.
Actually, where is the guy that sells the phone? That sells the camera.
Trying to figure out what feels good, like a good angle here. All right, so then I think this is a